On. This relates to more news. You had Jimmy Kimmel suspension or being taken off relating to the Charlie Kirk comments. Trump plans against Antifa and Gaza news and more. You had three police officers in Pennsylvania, which is York. Where's that at? York County, Pennsylvania. In York County, they were doing a search warrant, and they got deleted. 3 of them. That's in Pennsylvania. You have what else you have? Our rights don't come with an asterisk. Latimer rips Pam Bondi over vows to go after hate speech. You have related to Charlie Kirk prayer vigil. You have an Israel military begins its ground offensive in Gaza City as thousands of Palestinians flee. You have Trump can't escape Epstein related to those files. FBI chief ducks Epstein's secrecy under oath. We know why the Epstein files can't be released, because that will implicate a lot of things very closely. Ousted CDC. You had a CDC, which is Center of Disease Control. Center Disease Control Center. Like, director says she's nervously about the upcoming childhood vaccine recommendation panel. Trump is designating Antifa as a major T group. Here are the tech leaders that joined Trump and King Charles at the state dinner. So you have bigwigs relating to the state dinner in England. House, plus you have they have to make the government, they have to do related to the government shutdown for that, make a bill for the government shutdown so the government don't shut down. You know what I mean? They have to do that by the end of the month. House Representatives vote to censure Ilhan Omar fails with, so they voting to relate to censor her. Related to that, you have you need 60 votes, Mr. President. Schumer shreds Trump for telling GOP to not negotiate with Democrats. Don't even bother dealing with them. Scripture talks about if a kingdom be divided against itself, how that kingdom can stand. If a nation be divided against itself, how can that nation stand? If Satan be divided against himself, how can he stand but have an end? So division, political division, or bipartisan, over political matters, getting things done, politically for the interests of the people, for example. So there's always division, and that's part of that. New details about possible motive in Charlie Kirk's relating to deletion or assassination. You have it, Trump says he's trying to get Afghanistan's Bagram Air Force Base back. Mississippi awaits the autopsy results from the black student found pretty much hanged upright in Delta State. And you had a second grader that was found upright by a fourth grader in Merlin schools, the Merlin school system, and the individual, he's recovering from his injuries, and the parents are going to sue the school system, man. You know what I mean? That was on the report today. That's another one. You know what I mean? So that was on the report. So Scripture says, relating to having that perpetual hatred. Perpetual is a continuing hatred. Go to Ezekiel 36 and 5, talking about that. Even to no end. And that's what you're seeing, man. And you're seeing the horns come out relating to a certain people against a certain, especially against a certain demographic of people, man. You know what I mean? Think not I'll come to send peace on earth, but rather division, man. Think not I'll come to send peace on earth, but rather the sword. The scripture says, think not I'll come to send think not I'll come related to Luke. Let me get it. Luke 12. I'll come not to send fire on the earth if it already be kindled. Paraphrasing. We're going to get it right here. So the fire, the sword, and divisions being set forth. The Lord is setting those elements on earth, man. And that's why you're seeing the madness and craziness happen on earth, man. That's why you're seeing all these crazy things happening, man. Scripture talks about woe is me, who will deliver me in those times, in those days. That's the second Esdras 16, talking about Ezra relating to the vision he's seen, relating to the times that's going to come, man. I am come to send fire on the earth. What will I, if it already be kindled? So fire is being set forth. It could be actual physical or the vibration of the intensity that's set forth, especially on a spiritual level, and even currently upon the inhabitants of the earth. You know what I mean? So a certain vibrations being set forth, man. You know what I mean? You're seeing it. So that being said, this is some quick news. Let's see what else real quick. You had an incident with a man in South Dakota charged for treason, selling information to Russia relating to the Air Force. You had pretty much treason is classified, getting access to classified information and giving it to the opposition or the enemy. You know what I mean? You had a singer, D4 VD, in his Tesla vehicle. He had a 15-year-old girl decomposed in that car, in the trunk of that car, man. That was on the report. You having what else? Oh yeah, judge orders ICE to improve the conditions at a facility in New York, Lower Manhattan, relating to better conditions, phone call, a due process and different things. At one of his holding facilities relating to the detainees of migrants, man. That was on the report the other day as well. So this is just quick news. I hope it helps relate to information. This is Zayah Wolf. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem Rakakadash. This is Zayah Wolf Shalom.